Effective content strategy. Hi, I'm Christy from Navazon, a digital marketing and video production agency in Los Angeles. But if you've been watching my other videos, you already know that. In this video series, we've been exploring the foundational building blocks of a successful corporate video. In the last 2 episodes, we defined our marketing goal and learned about our competitors and their claims. Now we'll use that knowledge to devise a content strategy that has a real chance of winning business away from our competitors. This is where we see a lot of commercials and corporate videos fail. Producers spend a lot of time making beautiful scenes with clever dialogue, but the core message that will make customers take action is weak or missing altogether. That core message and value proposition can only be properly defined with the research that we discussed in the previous videos. Without it, your video will fall short, no matter how much time you spend on production and high-end cinematography. We need to answer this question. What is your core messaging and value proposition? Whether your video's goal is brand awareness, lead generation, or direct sales, you are presenting the viewer with your brand messaging and an offer. We need to clearly define your offers and position your brand's value offering above that of your competitors. For this, you must provide clear differentiators that are memorable and important to your audience. We need to convince your viewers that your company, brand, and offerings are not just the right choice for them, but the only choice for them. That is done by uniquely positioning your brand messaging and building a real value chain that is closely aligned with the goals and values of your viewers. This is where experienced marketing professionals like those at Navazon can help distill your brand, messaging, and offers so that they resonate to their fullest. In the last video, you wrote down the unique selling propositions of your competitors. To win business away from them, your propositions must be stronger than theirs, more targeted, and designed to get your audience personally invested. If you have done your research and you know your audience at a deep level, then you know what will touch them on a connecting level. It's not always the lowest cost that sways them. As a matter of fact, it's rarely the cost that moves customers to take action. Think about it. If that were the case, we would all be chasing down every sale in town. But it's something more visceral, more personal. If you can offer them something that your competitor doesn't have or doesn't do as well as you, that may be just enough to win the business away. Sometimes it is something more emotional or cultural that can tip the scale in your favor. Start with the obvious USPs like quality, risk aversion, and yes, pricing. But make sure you meet or beat your competitor's value promise. Then work on crafting your message with its own unique and honest appeal. What is the message that you want to leave with your audience? Here you are trying to reverse engineer the outcome. You want to select one thought or message to leave with your audience once they've watched your video. You may think that there are many claims and benefits that your audience needs to remember, but in reality, that approach doesn't really work. People have a very short attention span, and you'd be lucky to get one point across that they will remember. That's why you see so many TV ads with a very simple message that is repeated over and over again, like 15 minutes can save you 15% or more. They have spent millions to get me to remember that one line. Though I must admit, I like the lizard too. But just pick one thought and make sure it's conveyed in your script in a very powerful way. What social proof do I have? Providing social proof gives your message credibility. People believe authentic customer testimonials over corporate messaging every time. So it's a good idea to record your testimonial videos of your past clients and let them share their experience with your brand, product, and services. If you don't have customers who can record testimonials, you can hire influencers to review your products and give their honest opinion. That has the added benefit of introducing your brand to their audience as well. The next important component to effectuate your desired outcome is a strong and clear call to action. Your call to action, or CTA, needs to be crystal clear. If you want your potential customers to call, ask them to call. Display your CTA shortly after the offer is presented, as many times as it's presented, And do not assume that your viewers will watch the video to the end. In other words, don't be shy. Get your CTA out there early and often. Okay, so now we have answered the important questions. But how do we know if the path we've chosen is working? In short, have we made the right choices? That's where A/B testing comes in. When do you A/B test? Sometimes we may not know the best way to present an offer. As marketers, we always have doubts and questions. Should I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee or a 60-day one? What is the right price point for my offer? Should I offer a coupon early in the campaign or wait 90 days? There is only one good way to find out, and that is through scientific testing or A/B testing. If we want to know whether to offer a product at $24.95 or $29.95, then we create two versions of the commercial, each with a different price point. We implement a trackable phone number and run two versions of the commercial in what is called an A/B split. Then we measure the number of calls that we receive, the conversion rate, and the total sales from each commercial, and let the test determine which offer is preferable. When we start a new campaign, we may test many factors before arriving at the best approach. It's important to have proper tracking in place so that all the variables can be measured, which will allow us to make educated decisions about important factors like price point, guarantees, and target audiences. Every person is different, so while you may think you can predict your own audience, it takes scientific methods to hone in on all the critical nuances of a person's decision making. Now you should have a better idea of your marketing goal, your target audience, the message and offerings with a clear call to action. So this is where the fun begins. Writing that script that will seduce your target audience with the message and offer that they cannot resist. Please hit like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and hit the bell icon to be notified of my future videos.